Hi, my name is Runako Taylor. I'm a Latin teacher at Poly Prep Country Day School, and I use Google Earth for simulations in my classroom. What I'd like to show you is a simulation that I created when I taught my students about the Bayeux Tapestry. One of the things that I like to do is teach them about geography and give them an idea of where certain things and places are oriented. And this is an example of something that I started working on and that I showed them. I generally like to start off with our current location, which is North America, the United States, and I sort of get them situated by taking them first to New York State and then to New York City and then to Brooklyn, give them an idea of where the school is in relation to not just the country but other things in the city. And as you can see, Google Earth, you can create sometimes very seamless tours that flow very nicely, and it does take a little bit of practice, but it's very doable. You basically have to start off by knowing the actual locations that you want to go to or show the students and spend some time exploring them. Not a whole lot, maybe a minute or two, just to see what's available. And there are various functions. So for example, New York City, being a big urban environment, has a lot of 3D renderings of the landscape. So we have a lot of buildings, for example, that have 3D models. And many other cities and places do have 3D images of like mountains and canyons and so forth. So it can be used not just for history class, like or history purposes, as which is what I've used it for, but also for geography and science issues. I always take them to the airport so that they have an idea that we are leaving our country and going somewhere else. And then I just take them to the locales that I want them to focus on. So after this little scene here, we basically end up going to Europe. I focus in on the English Channel because a lot of the travel takes place across the English Channel. And then I take them to the various cities and towns that Harold, the king, traveled to in the Bayeux Tapestry. And one of the most important things for me is to, impose upon the students the idea that many of these places existed, hundreds of years ago, and in many instances they still do exist. And in fact, with Google Earth, which is not ancient but all modern satellite images, you can see that these places are incredibly populated still today.